It's day one of E3, and here we are in LA. We've just seen all the conferences starting with Microsoft. Now, Microsoft, as they promised, they focused on the games, completely ignoring everything else we've been talking about for the past few days with pre-owned and everything else. The games themselves, however, look pretty good.
Yeah, they did look pretty good. I mean, there was obviously the Halo game, and it was nice to see lots
Halo
of
game.
yeah. Well,
Halo
there was a little, and we saw a foot of an AT-AT because the Star Wars Battlefront is back.
Yeah.
They had some cool stuff.
Dead Rising 3, I like Dead Rising.
It did look good, but it looked a bit, as you said, it looked a bit serious.
Yeah, I know. Like, where are the costumes? What was our new hero called? Nick, I think?
Yeah, good name.
Yeah. I mean, he's just there. Sorry, forget his stupid costume. What did he do? He threw a saw strapped to a sledgehammer.
Yeah, sliced
straight
the
through a
zombie.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
good.
Yeah, that was quite awesome.
But yeah, too serious. Needs more dresses and Lego heads.
Yeah, and the driving bit was just like driving in LA. Having driven here for like a week, it is just mayhem out there. We got people shambling across the road near us as well, so it's quite funny. But we had Microsoft, and then Sony in the evening just blew them out of the water.
They did pretty much piss all over them.
So there was one point when Jack Trenton, who's the head of Sony Computer Entertainment America, he talked about the pre-owned. He put on saying, look, we fully support pre-owned gaming. Crowd just went nuts. It was like cheering, and he just stood there. It's like, yeah, we're good, aren't we? And then he said, okay, you don't need to connect your PlayStation. When you've got a game, you can just play your game. The only thing I expected, and the only thing that kind of missed off the press conference was I was expecting a Viva Pinata of an Xbox One to appear on the stage and threaten to actually invite people up to just come and belt it, because that's about the only thing that Sony didn't do. And then said, yeah, it's going to be $349 British pounds or $3.99.
When Microsoft $429.
Yeah,
like,
80 quid.
Why? I'm not going to buy it for Dead Rising 3. It's probably coming out on something else, right?
Yeah. Oh, and then PS Plus. So not only do you get the game every month for PS Plus, which is going to have to PlayStation 4, they're also going to give a Drive Club, the PS Plus edition as well, which hopefully today we'll get to chat to some of the Evolution guys about. Tons of really cool games. Destiny looked amazing, and there was a trailer for Elder Scrolls, and then Quantic Dream did a tech demo for another tech demo. It's 12 minutes. If you can watch it on PlayStation.com, and it'll be also on the YouTube channel as well. Try and watch it. It's 1 o'clock today. They're going to show the whole 12-minute thing, and it's actually quite funny. So if you can catch it, try and do that.
And the one thing Microsoft have obviously just been looking at what everyone else has been doing right. And they've gone, oh my God, since we're getting people to play Xbox or pay for Xbox Live Gold, we need to give people free games like everyone is for PlayStation. So we're going to get Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah.
And Halo 3.
The way Sony treated indies, there was one indie studio that didn't think Sony were ever going to talk to them. Sony not only talked to them, but they actually had them on stage demoing their game, along with loads of other indie developers. They had 8 screens that each had somebody using a PS3 controller, PS4 controller, playing the games on stage, and it was amazing to see all those indies there. And they're going to give away an indie game as well as part of the PS Plus subscription on PS4 when it starts. So it's basically, they kind of did everything right, and they kept the media bit. Even when the Sony Pictures guy came out, he only babbled for like a couple of minutes about music and videos being about.
And stuff. Yeah, woo.
And then it was just games.
Talk about games.
It was good. And they're all using PS4 controllers on stage. They were cabled up to boxes that were just behind the stage, but the boxes are all covered up, so I couldn't actually see whether they were proper PS4 units or just their dev units, but they were sort of covered up in black cloths.
We also had, of course, EA, Ubisoft, and Nintendo, so we'll talk to Colin about what happened there.
Okay, Colin, so you went to EA. What do you think?
Well, it was a great show, really. Peter Moore kind of came out just before it all started, kind of put the crowd at ease, said a few jokes about kind of a couple of the journalists, but said, look, we've got a great show ahead, and he pretty much delivered on that. So,
how loud was it? Was it like massive? Because there was a lot of shooting games. We had Battlefield 4, we had Plants and Zombies, Garden Warfare.
Yeah, my ears were rumbling at a few points. There was the sheer scale of Battlefield 4 was impressive. They had just bigger maps than ever before, bigger squads, weird words, Levolution.
That was rubbish.
Weird. But they brought the commander mode back, and that seems like it's won over the fans.
Yeah.
DICE seems pretty busy this time. They've got 3 games. Mirror's Edge 2 was announced, finally. I think it's been in development for quite a while, but finally. And they're also working on first announced Star Wars game after the LucasArts deal, which is Battlefront.
Yeah, I mentioned Star Wars Battlefront was an Xbox. It totally wasn't. It was an EA press conference. They all blur together.
Yeah. But
So, what about balls and dribbling? We heard about
there was a lot
sack
of-
action, balls and dribbling.
There was a lot of balls, and there was a lot of ball code words like bounce tech or ball tech.
Yeah, that was an NBA Live,
NBA Live.
NBA 14, which had the stats were actually quite impressive.
Yeah.
After the matches are finished, an hour later, they're going to be updating your game.
Yeah, as your balls are bouncing. They had FIFA, they had the Barcelona team talking about how fluid their football is, and
Didn't see much of the game, though.
no, we didn't see barely saw any of
game.
any proper gameplay, but the engine looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got
Well, footballers seem to
Football.
like playing football,
Yeah.
which is also good.
yeah, exactly. So I mean, it was a good show.
Were you blown away?
I was impressed. I was very impressed. I think overall EA had a better show than, for example, Microsoft.
What about the robots falling from the skies with dubstep?
Oh, Titanfall.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, Titanfall was very good. It was a very slick presentation from the Respawn people who obviously exploded after they had a big fight with Activision and formed their own company. But it looks very fluid. It looks as slick as the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer ever did. And main point, just looks fun, really. So it'd be good to get hands-on with that if we can.
Cool. Right, thanks a lot. Cool. Right, well, we're off to E3 now. The show starts at 12 o'clock, so in a couple of hours. And we're going to get hands-on with a load of the games and catch us on the video. And it's goodbye from Colin, myself, and our new Raptor, Copernicus.